Welcome to Defy Logic, where we hear about and talk about people who dare to overcome life's most challenging obstacles. I'm Bryant Lee, and I'll be your guide on this journey. So hang tight while we inspire you, challenge you, and dare you to defy logic.
There is an ancient truth that transcends religion, culture, and time. Doing what you are instructed to do is more powerful than trying to make up for it later. Scripture says it plainly: to obey is better than sacrifice. But you don't have to be religious to understand that principle, because life itself runs on obedience. Obedience to truth, discipline, order, and responsibility. At some point, every one of us gave ourselves a direct order. You said, I'm going to change. I'm going to finish what I start. I'm going to become disciplined. I'm going to stop living beneath my potential. And if we're honest, we didn't follow through. But that's not a motivation issue. That's a self-authority issue. When you repeatedly disobey your own word, you weaken your ability to lead your own life. You stop trusting yourself. You stop believing yourself. And instead of correcting it, you compensate. You work longer. You stay busier. You sacrifice more instead of doing obedience. We live in a world that praises sacrifice, burnout, overwork, exhaustion, but ignores alignment. You can sacrifice sleep and still lack discipline. You can sacrifice relationships and still lack integrity. You can sacrifice peace and still avoid responsibility. Can I tell you something? Effort does not replace obedience. This is where both ancient wisdom and modern life collide. There are instructions built into the existence of life. Call them moral law, conscience, truth, or divine command. Respect builds relationships. Discipline builds success. Humility builds wisdom. Consistency builds trust. Ignore those instructions, and no amount of sacrifice will save you. We ignore obedience by disrespecting our spouses, our partners, or our families, and then justify it by saying, I provide or I work hard. We choose arrogance over humility and call it confidence. We choose shortcuts over character and call it survival. We break the rule, then offer effort as a substitute, like the burnt offerings of old. But life doesn't respond to substitutes. It responds to alignment. Even partial obedience, whether to God, truth, or your own conscience, is still disobedience. Here's a fact. Many of the things we face are not external enemies. They are the result of ignoring instructions we already knew. You knew when to stop. You knew when to act. You knew when to speak, apologize, walk away, or begin. But instead of obeying, you delayed. You rationalized. You sacrifice something else, hoping it would be enough. It wasn't. Your dreams don't need more sacrifice. They need more discipline. Your future doesn't need more promises. It needs follow through. Your life doesn't need more effort. It needs obedience to truth, to purpose, to a standard you were created to live by. Because the desires you're waiting for is not on the other side of suffering more. It's on the other side of doing what you were told to do. When your actions align with your words, when discipline replaces excuses, when obedience replaces sacrifice, that's when momentum begins. And the giant in front of you won't fall because you tried harder. It will fall because you finally followed through. What's your Goliath? Change your thinking. Change yourself. Change your world. Defy logic.
Whatever your Goliath, remember this: giants don't fall by accident. They fall when someone decides to stand. So face yours head on. This has been a production of What's Your Goliath in association with Defy Logic. Follow us wherever podcasts are available.